Page 13, Sandman's Song. At the top of the page, they talk about andante. I'll get to that when I talk about the speed or the tempo. Let's look this piece over. It's the whole page long. It's got a DC al fine, so actually it's longer than that. Treble and bass clef, 2 sharps in the key signature. We're in the key of D major. 4/4 time signature, and I see quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. There's some fermatas there too. And I see an accidental here and there, so we've got to deal with that. Right hand first. Let's make sure our fingering is okay. Starting out 3rd finger here. Remember, all the F's and C's are sharped automatically. It's here. Then 2nd. Then you got to come up here. Well, that's a stretch. I can't do that. I want to connect them. So I'm going to change it slightly in the 2nd measure. Rather than a 3/1, I'm going to reach down and use 2nd finger. This way I can use thumb on the E. So it's, now I can reach it. It's just E to E. And then come down. So E to E, D to D. E, E, D, D. And then going on, 2nd line, I'm going to use 2nd finger on the F sharp first. And then 5th, scrunch up. And now I'm back in position. And again, 2. So in this 2nd measure, in the first 2 lines, it's a 3/2. So I can use thumb on the next one, on those. Now in the 3rd line, you're here. And I recommend for the whole note, use thumb. They want you to do here and then go here. Yuck. No. The thumb. And then cross over here. You remember we've been doing it with 2nd finger? Well, you can do it with any finger. But just relax, and 3rd finger. And then reach up again. Thumb again on the whole note in the 2nd. And then here. That G sharp, remember, it's an accidental. It applies for the rest of the measure. So both of those G's are sharped. And then you go back to the top, the DC. You can reach down 3rd finger if you want. If you don't want to do that, you can use 2nd finger and then thumb, or little finger, if it'll help you. But hopefully you can just reach 3rd finger there. Here. Getting a little challenging in the fingering. Right, left hand over here. For the G, A, F sharp, A. Okay. You're ending the 2nd line here, and then they want you up here. I don't want to go here to here. So I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to use 3rd finger again here and just reach up. Here. And then I can go 5 if I want. You're moving around a little bit here, but we don't want to move any further than we have to. So we have to stretch out sometimes and scrunch up. So again, from the end of the 2nd line, you're here. Then I'm going to go up here, 3/1. Then I can do a 5/1. And then a 2/3, a 3/2. And then a 5/1 again. And then last line, same thing, 3/1, 5/1. Now here, I recommend 4/1. And the reason for that is there's an E in the next measure. Here, I'm going to save my little finger for that. Here, and then a 4, just stay there, 4, and then a 5/2. And you can do a 3/1 in the last measure if you want. If your hand doesn't fit up in here very well, then you need to do here. You need to stay out here. So you're here, 2nd finger again, here. And then you lift up because you go back to the top here. So this fingering is getting to be quite challenging, but I'm trying to prevent having to move the hands around too much. I know in piano playing we got to move the hands a lot, but still, if you can find a fingering that lets you play it connected and not moving too much, by and large, that is a much more reliable way to go. So when you put the hands together, we're just trying to figure out the fingering here, here, 2, then here, and come down here. Then 2nd line, I'm starting with the 2, and then a 5. 2, and here. Then the 3rd line, Reaching up here, 3, 1 here. Here, and then 3, 2 on the left hand, crossover. And again, 3, 3, 1 here. And here it's 4th finger, and crossover again, here. Then you go back to the top. It's a little weird at first, but I'm challenging you to try this because it really will help you as the music gets more difficult. Anyway, whatever fingering you end up using, get rid of any hesitations you have anywhere. Steady beat throughout. And then we think about the articulation. Here they're giving you the phrasing. It's connected. And on these 2-note slurs, you want to be careful. Don't cut the second note too short. Don't go. Hold it out the full value. You're just lifting up for the phrase. Here. 1, 2, da, da. Just lifting up for that. And the left hand, connect it as best you can. You can't connect it at all, but do the best you can on that. Then the dynamics. Well, P for piano is soft. That's the melody. The left hand's got to be very soft in the background. We get to the 3rd line, mezzo forte is moderately loud. Again, that's the right hand. The left hand's in the background. Then you get a crescendo there, and the next to the last, the hairpin to get louder, you're going to go up to loud. You're loud. The left hand's in the background. Just loud. Here. And the fermata, you're going to listen to that mess for a while. And then when you go back to the top, you're soft again. You need to get comfortable enough with it you can feel these dynamics. It's like you don't have to stay exactly soft for the whole first 2 lines. You're in that area. Feel it. What do you think? Then the speed, well, andante, this is a new one for us. A lot of teachers teach that andante means slow, and I disagree with that. I think that's incorrect. Andante is not necessarily slow. There are other speeds that are slow, and super slow. Andante to me is like a stroll. Remember I said moderato is like a casual walk where you know where you're going, but you're not in a hurry to get there. You're just walking there. Well, to me, an andante is a stroll, a walk where you don't know where you're going, you don't care. You're just kind of walking. A walk in the park. You're just enjoying yourself. It's not necessarily slow, though. And it's the feel of it. See, these half notes, we're going to want to speed it up a little bit. But the quarter notes are going to want to slow it down. So it's 1, 2. If I play it that fast for the quarter notes, 1, 2, 3. Then the half notes are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are going to drag. So I got to speed it up a little bit for the half notes, but not too fast because I don't want to go. You know, you have to decide somewhere in between there. It's slower than moderato, but not much. I felt a little slow down there at the bottom, the last 2 measures. If you feel a little slight retard there, or just a little bit, put it in. That's interpretation. You're interpreting it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That natural accents, you get into the music, you feel it, that's interpretation. And by the way, at the end of the second line, you can take the second on the double bar line, take the second line there and widen it out, make it a thin and thick bar line. That's really what should be there in my opinion. Let's play this together slowly. I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'm going to play both hands about the same, but we will do the DC off Fine. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 2. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Hold 2 to the top.